Hey, howdy, hey, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. For today's live stream, I'm going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 8, Episode 5, the Snatch Game of Love Challenge. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you think about all of this, and hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sandwich Hour community. For today's live stream, we are in a different environment. I'm not at home, I'm on vacation, so I'm trying to make this work. Again, it will be a bit of a shorter live stream because I don't know how this is all gonna work. I'm trying to make it work. I don't have my manual set up, but I will do my best for you all. So again, we will be talking about this episode because there's some stuff I need to talk about. Hey there, how are you doing? I know it was going to be a tough episode for you since the season rumors. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This was definitely a tough one. As y'all know, I'm a big Heidi in Closet fan. I have been for quite a long time now. Again, I saw Heidi perform at my college before she was even on Drag Race. Like, I'm a big Heidi stan. Obviously my North Carolina queen. And it's again, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this rumor has been out for quite some time, of Heidi quitting, and I knew it was coming. Um, doesn't make me happy about it. Doesn't make it easier. This was definitely one of the more difficult self-eliminations to watch. Again, we will get into it as I get through this episode because there's some bullshit going on. We're gonna be put that out right from the start. There's some bullshit going on, especially with some of the other queens, and also production playing in Heidi's face throughout most of this season. So I'm gonna try to not be biased. I'm gonna try to be fair and honest, as I always try to be. But again, we will get into this. This was definitely a difficult one to watch. Again, episode starts out with the queens coming back into the workroom after the elimination of Darian Lake. Again, this was kind of the rumor of what, not rumor, but kind of predictable of what was going to happen, especially with Darian's track record. I don't know. Jimbo is the winner of the season, unless, yeah, honestly, at this point, yeah, the season is becoming very predictable, which again, it's not a bad thing, but with 3 challenge wins, you know, I don't know. Again, they're going over the lipsticks. Basically, everyone voted for Darian except Darian, who voted for James. If I were there, I probably would have voted for Alexis. And I was watching Maddie's video yesterday or Saturday. I don't remember the days. Where he was saying he would vote for Alexis and explaining why. And it's like, you know what? You are bringing up some very good points, especially after the main stage moment of last week's episode where Alexis was throwing her teammates under the bus for no reason. But hey, it's like Shane in last year's season. Yeah, honestly, that's what it's giving for sure. They're going over the lipsticks again. There were 7 votes for Darian, 1 vote for for James. I think that's how it turned out. So basically, everyone voted for Darian. Jimbo even voted for Darian, but then played it as if she were voting for Alexis. Like, I don't have too much to say about that. We're gonna get into the real meat of this episode. This whole flirtation that Alexis has with Lala is weird. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's weird. It's giving weird, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's weird. It's weird, but also like whatever. RuPaul comes in and introduces the main challenge, which is going to be the Snatch Game of Love. Again, as I always say, every All-Star season, I prefer the regular Snatch Game, and I wish they had just continued on after All-Star 7 with regular Snatch Game. Honestly, if I'm thinking more about it, I think some of the queens might have prepared for a regular Snatch Game as opposed to Snatch Game of Love, because if you're doing a regular Snatch Game, you're going to have a few more prepared bits, if you will, because, again, there's not the whole Snatchler aspect to it all. So it's more just you volleying back with Rue as opposed to introducing an entire new element. So I think a lot of the queens probably prepared thinking that they were going to have a regular Snatch game like they did for All-Star 7. Clock it. I don't know. RuPaul introduced the main challenge. Again, James is helping out with hair. I thought that was interesting. I don't know. Also, I took this picture because Jimbo and Alexis are both Snatch Game winners. And also, I think Jimbo is wearing, I'm pretty sure, his own merch. And Jimbo's merch is really cool. Jimbo has some really fun merch. I remember seeing it at DragCon, and I wanted to buy Jimbo's merch. But then I was like, this is going to be way too expensive. I already know it. It's going to be one of those bomber jackets. They were so cool looking. Of at least $80. And I was like, I can't afford that right now. But it was really cute. Nature says they thought it would be like All-Star 7 and the Fame Games was not. Yeah, very that. Y'all, production is productioning, and I don't know how I feel about it. Right off the bat, we have this walkthrough with Rue and Kahana. Kahana's doing Coco Montrese. I was nervous for Kahana. I don't think Kahana's the strongest when it comes to acting challenges or comedy challenges. And granted, she knows Coco very well, I'm sure, seeing that that's her drag mom. But even then, I feel like it wasn't giving. Anyways, that walkthrough happens. Jimbo and RuPaul have a walkthrough. RuPaul loves Jimbo. Very clear. Every time they do a walkthrough, RuPaul's cackling. You know, RuPaul's cackle, which is okay. But yeah, that's what it was giving. Very obvious where RuPaul was feeling in that moment. If we are being honest, this season was made against her. Everything except the girl groups is not. Yeah, very that for Kahana. I agree. Again, very clear for Jimbo. If we're being honest, very clear favoritism for Jimbo in challenges, but we'll be whatever. Heidi does a walkthrough where RuPaul says, "How do you feel not having any main challenge wins?" Y'all, this shtick that RuPaul does every single time is tired. Whenever someone asks, "Oh, how do you feel not having any challenge wins?" You know they're trying to say, "Hey, you don't have any challenge wins." This is production being like, target on you. Target on you. And I don't know how I feel about it. Again, this is production more so playing in Heidi's face. Especially seeing as, in my opinion, Heidi could have had at least 1 or 2 wins at this point between the RDR Live, the girl groups, and I also think Heidi should have been in the top for the ball. So for 3 challenges, I think Heidi should have at least gotten a win or a top. And had at least maybe 1 or 2 wins at this point, if I were judging. Heidi deserves a lot more. Yeah. Heidi deserves the ball win, but all Jimbo wins to me. Yeah, I guess. That's fair. I don't know. I think Heidi could have gotten the RDR Live. Snatch Game of Love. Let's get right into it. Again, RuPaul's hosting. We have Matt Rogers, I think it's his name, Matt Rogers, as one of the Snatchlers. Sure, he's there. Heidi's Blackbeard. All right. So for me, the Blackbeard was definitely safe. I wouldn't necessarily say it was good, but it wasn't bad. It was very safe for me. I'm being honest. But Heidi and James, yeah, very that. Again, I think Heidi was very safe, and I don't understand why they were playing it like Heidi was gonna be in the bottom in Untucked. Like, that was uncalled for. Heidi was not gonna be in the bottom. Don't play in Heidi's face like that. Stop that. Heidi was safe. Heidi was safe. But we will get to that later. Up next, we have Irish Chacon. Jessica Wilder's Irish Chacon. I rewatched the Snatch Game again a couple times. And granted, I'm not familiar with Arishakon, but it was giving very much one note for me. So for me, she would have been in the bottom over Heidi. But I still love Jessica Wilde. She would have been not eliminated, but definitely in the bottom. Yeah, she would have after the. I guess I don't know. Irish Shotgun was okay. Coco Montrese. Kahana as Coco Montrese was not Coco Montrese. It's like she relied so much on that one meme moment of the look how orange you look, as opposed to giving so much more that Coco has presented on the show. And that upset me a little bit. I don't know. I feel like she was relying a lot on that, and I didn't love that. And also when Heidi was trying to help her. Sorry, when Heidi was trying to help her, that's what was happening. For being honest. Kahana got mad at Heidi for helping her. We'll get into that later in the workroom conversation. But like, no, I'm not happy with Kahana. Does she not understand that Snatch Game? Heidi was not doing it. She was trying to help her, and here we have Kahana getting mad about it. Again, we'll talk about that in a bit because I'm going to go in. James Mansfield at Jennifer Coolidge. How have we gone this many seasons with Snatch Game and not had a Jennifer Coolidge until now? That's my question. That's my main question. But I really enjoyed James Mansfield at Jennifer Coolidge. I thought she did a really great job. If she had incorporated Bend and Snap, that would have been really funny. A few other things she could have incorporated to just really level it up a little bit. But it was definitely a very, very good one. It was good. I think in terms of the top two, it would have been Alexis and Jimbo with her in third place. But it was still really good. Yeah, she killed it. I love the whole "I want a hot dog real bad" line. I love that line from Jennifer Coolidge. Jennifer Coolidge. I don't know what that was. Bone Yang is the second Snatchler. Again, we're getting into the actual Snatch games. Alexis Michelle as B. Arthur. Y'all, this was so good. This was so good. Alexis. This B. Arthur was so well studied, so well put together. So good. Exactly. Imagine if we had gone a regular Snatch Game, and also we would have had other queens with more queens to volley off, and it would have been so much better. But hey, it is what it is. B. Arthur was great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I have no complaints. I thought this was a really good B. Arthur. Again, I started recently watching, recent-ish, watching the Golden Girls, so I actually got some of the references, which was fun. And also just in general, Alexis is a really talented queen. Like, she knows what she's doing when it comes to things like this. Candy as Renee Graziano. This was Candy being Candy. Very that. Candy was Candy as a wife in the mob. Very that. Very much give me Candy you didn't want it too far from herself, which again, I get. Like, if you have a very distinct voice, you're gonna want to find something similar, I guess. I don't know. But it was very much Candy being Candy. Love Candy Muse, but like, it was very that. Honestly, Candy could have been in the bottom. If there were a bottom three, it could have been Candy, Jessica, and Kahana. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with that. Alright. Lala Ree as Sukiyana. Alright. I'm not familiar with Sukiyana. It felt a little bit flat to me. it didn't really give me different levels, which I is what I want to see in this Snatch Game. I want to see people showing different levels, showing different dynamics, all of that. And Lala was giving me very much one kind of flat no. That being said, it is Lala's first Snatch Game. So, considering that, I will say it was a safe performance. Um, yeah, it she's very vulgar to the point I don't think you can do. Okay, that's fair. But also, if they had done the bleep, that could have been funny. Or if she had like her own noise that like button sort of thing that every time she had something that would be vulgar or something like that, she could press it and then it would go beep 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 beep. That would have been funny. I don't know. Just play around with it, you know? Have fun with it. Try something new. Like Jimbo as Shirley Temple. Oh my god. Y'all. Jimbo as Shirley Temple. I died. Oh my god. This was so good. This was so good. Jimbo's character that she's able to bring into all of her Snatch Games are top notch. Um, yeah, I, I agree with you. I needed Jimbo and Jinx Snatch Game. Very that. And Bob. And Bianca. And Ben de la Creme. And a few others, but that's pretty solid one for now. But yeah, I thought Jimbo was great. Especially when we got to the tap dancing. The tap dancing was just so good. Again, very much give me what we got last season with Jinx with the singing. This was Jimbo with the dancing, you know, kind of similar sort of just bringing it to that next level. So I really love that. Yeah, that was Snatch Game. All right, new day in the workroom. We are gonna get into this drama because there's a lot. If Jimbo wins, imagine her Snatch Game on a win. Oh my god. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Jimbo came back for a winter season if Jimbo does win, because like Jimbo loves Drag Race. This was cute. I want to get into the main meat of this. Right off the bat, we have this moment between Kahana and Candy where they're kind of talking a little smack about Heidi and how Kahana's mad at Heidi because she felt like Heidi was driving her under the bus in Snatch Game, as opposed to where my perspective, she was volleying with, trying to help her out, trying to give her some jokes, trying to make her Snatch Game a better Snatch Game. Again, Heidi and Kahana have been kind of working together throughout the season, so that's kind of what it was giving to me. And then Candy was all like, well, Heidi also told Jimbo that I was gunning for her. And I'm like, listen, do not be questioning Heidi's integrity. This is where it started getting mad. Very that. Because as soon as they're talking to each other, they show them going to Heidi, and Kanda's talking to Heidi and being like, I felt like you were being malicious. I felt like you were antagonizing me. And like, oh my god, this was very much my reaction. Like, are you serious? Like, Heidi was trying to help you, if anything, and trying to help you volley, trying to give you some jokes, trying to help you so you don't land in the bottom, which was already going to happen. But hey, oh, sorry. It felt like everyone ganged up on Heidi, and it was giving India, yeah, fair that. Um, yeah, Heidi started feeling upset, trying to console Kahana, talking her through it. Like she wasn't trying to antagonize her. That wasn't her goal. And then we have Candy over here being like, speaking of sisterhood, Heidi, what was this about where you were telling Jimbo that I was trying to gun for her? This is where it really went down. Because Candy was just came out of nowhere after Heidi was trying to calm things down with Kahana and was like, "Nope, I'm coming right back in. Tag me in, Kahana." Very that. And then Heidi was like, "Well, Alexis heard it. Alexis, speak the truth." Very that. And this is where I start getting annoyed because we have Alexis being all like, "Yes, yeah, she did." And then, did she? Did she? And then we cue Candy questioning her. This is Alexis's thought process. Well, she didn't say that. She, you know? And then we cue Candy or Jimbo's reaction and Heidi's reaction. Heidi's like, "Oh, this is how it's gonna be. Okay." Um, Candy says that I would say she needs to send Jimbo home. Yeah, y'all, this was a lot. Also, if you're subscribed to Heidi's in Closet's Patreon, which I highly recommend, she has a $5 tier where you can get her high tea in Closet. It's really cute. It's really good. She gives us all like the behind the scenes sort of stuff about the episodes, and I highly recommend subscribing. Highly recommend it. It's very fun. Um, in the moment Alexis and Candy have, yeah, between Jessica and Jim. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Heidi was upset, and then Candy being like, "Oh, so she said this," and then Alexis being like, "No, no, 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 she didn't. She didn't say that." And then wait, a year later, and then Alexis goes on live and says, "Oh, she was scared of Candy." Like, girl, you are a grown up. You are grown. You do not need to be scared of Candy. What is Candy gonna do? Speak the truth. Tell them what happened. This is. It made it worse. It made it worse. And I'm mad about that, in my opinion. Again, Heidi trying to explain what happened. Heidi's upset. She's crumbling down, very that. And in this moment, I started feeling real bad for Heidi. Heidi's like, "All right, well, vote for Heidi tonight. I'm done. I'm leaving. This is very that." You can tell she's sad about it, feeling real sad. Heidi quit is mute when stuff just doesn't feel right. I can stay somewhere. Yeah, very that. Again, Heidi was feeling crumbling. She's like, "Vote for Heidi. I'm leaving. No, I'm just leaving. I'm leaving. This is it." Then we have the queens trying to talk to her behind the scenes. Candy's talking to her like, "Oh, don't quit." It's over at that point. And then, of course, we have Lala saying, "Your decision is your decision, but know that you're amazing and I love you." This is what I love to see, someone who's actually being supportive of someone and actually being like, "Hey, I respect your decision. Just know I love you." Like, this is why I love Lala Ree. This is why I love Lala Ree. The sisterhood between Lala and Heidi is real. This is real sisterhood. Again, Jimbo, Candy, and Heidi had an alliance, and then Candy's all like, "Oh, I'm eliminating Jimbo," and then Heidi called her out on it, and that's basically this entire situation. It was messy. I was sad about it. That's about it. You should have seen what Betty from the UK, Baby from the UK4 tweeted, exposing production and saying that something needs to be done with 3 queens in less than a year. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Production needs some reworking or something. There's some issues there. Cue Alexis crying. Because make it about Alexis. Making it more about Alexis. It's a lot. This is very much me. Jessica Wilde's reaction is very much how I felt in this moment. Just like, girl, stop. It's not about you. Stop. I don't know. we're gonna get to the main stage. RuPaul, I love this look on her. She looks so good. Well, Alexis has ruined her very that she was trying to have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of coming off the same way a little bit. Yeah. Michelle, you look good. I'm kind of gonna go through this. Ross, sure. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers. I think they have a podcast together. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. We're going to get into the runway categories. Reveal yourself. This is Jessica starting as a chicken, quote unquote. Tin egg. I kind of like the egg. The chicken was not great. Yeah, it was very underwhelming for sure. And then Q, an egg. I don't know. It was mid. It was okay. Not my favorite. Kahana, this was probably one of my least favorite reveals, just because it's basically her taking off a brawn panty to nothing. That's basically all it was. And like, if you're gonna, I want more from a reveal category. This wasn't giving what I wanted. This might have been one of my least favorites. Just because like it wasn't, you know. James Mansfield. This puppet was cute. That was probably my favorite part of this runway. Like, it was okay. The reveals were cute. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about this runway in general. I don't know when Mansfield made this outfit, but she was like, "Oh, I lost weight." And then we had Michelle saying, "Oh, congratulations on losing weight." We don't know if this was something she wanted to do. We don't know her life. We don't know her body. Stop congratulating people on people's body changes. Stop commenting on people's body changes. Stop commenting about people's bodies. That's it. Anyways. This runway this season without Jimbo would be very that. Jimbo very much gives me exciting on the runway, which I love. Candy Muse. All right. So the idea of like the story of a housewife, I guess, which if you look at it from that perspective, it's not terrible. Is it good? No. But if you look at it from that perspective, it's not terrible. It's not good by any means, but it's not terrible. You know? I don't know. None of Candy's runaways have really been like super gag worthy for me. Honestly, after All Star 7, none of these runaways have been great. Money to Jimbo. Alright, La Ree. I love La Ree. You were holding a blanket and then you revealed your outfit. That's not a reveal. Candy is just underwhelming this season. Yeah, very that. I thought I had really high hopes for Candy too. Like the Lala look was not great. Jimbo definitely had my favorite look. Just like the mechanics behind this are really impressive. And the thought that Jimbo puts into her runways are very impressive. Jimbo's very much you never know what to expect on the runway, and that's what I love. Jimbo will always have my favorite runways basically every week. Yeah. Also, Heidi's runway would have been really cute. But hey. They should have said, Alexis and James, you were safe because of the runway. We are having a lip sync smack. Fair. Potentially. I don't know. I think at that point you already have the assassin there. It's kind of too late. Next up we have Alexis Michelle. Oh, my neck. Alexis was doing an Into the Woods witch into a black dress. Again, the reveal was not super exciting. Like, I wanted some really big contrast between the witch and the reveal, and the makeup was bothering me too. I think of the contacts that were bothering me. I'm not quite sure what the issue was with Alexis's look, but something was bothering me with the makeup. I honestly think it was contacts and the lashes with everything. But I like the first look. I just wish the second look had a bigger contrast. This season has been underwhelming me. It's just um predictable at this point. Yeah. That's kind of how I'm worried about the rest of the season. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but hey, next week's a musical. We'll have to see if that's good. We get to placement. Ultimately, RuPaul announces that Candy and Lala are safe, and the tops this week are going to be Alexis, James, and Jimbo, with the bottom two being Jessica and Kahana, which I guess is fair. I don't really have too many thoughts on the placements. Ultimately, Jimbo wins. Congratulations to Jimbo on her third win. Jimbo keeps winning and loses is just not good TV anymore. Yeah, I don't know. The lip syncs aren't good, but the looks are great. Jimbo wins. Congratulations, Jimbo. They vote between Kahana and Jessica. I probably would have voted for Jessica just because Jessica is a little bit stronger competition in my perspective, and at this point, I would have been starting to get out the stronger competition. I would have eliminated Jessica as opposed to Kahana, because I think Kahana would have continued to be in her head, as opposed to Jessica, who I think would have been able to bounce back a little bit more. Again, my own opinion on that. Jimbo votes again. Chicken feather outfit, cool. Jimbo looks good. Lip sync happens. I kind of want to just Jasmine Kennedy is the lip sync assassin. Love seeing Jasmine back on TV. I also saw Jasmine at DragCon, got to meet her. She's super sweet. Yeah. Jimbo lost when we saw Jasmine as this. Yeah, very that. I don't know. We're gonna get to final two lip sync, and I'm worried about that. The lip sync song is "Hallucinate" by Dua Peep. The lip sync song is kind of mid tempo, so I'm not like crazy about it. The lip sync happens. Jasmine definitely ate up Jimbo. Jimbo was kind of struggling, fumbled a little bit, just wasn't good. This was a cute moment from Jasmine. Jasmine definitely won this one for me. The split was great. The flips and the tricks and all of the above. Jasmine was great. They're just gonna do a jinx. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Lip sync happens. I don't have too much else to say about this. Jasmine wins. Congratulations to Jasmine on winning the lip sync. RuPaul announces that, she's gonna stay blonde, and haha, surprise, no one's going home because Heidi quit. So Kahana, you better thank your lucky stars that Heidi quit. If it weren't for Heidi, you would have been gone. And that's about it. Again, next week is the Rusical. It's the Joan Crawford Rusical, I think. That's what it's gonna be. So hopefully that'll be good. That does bring me to the end of the video. I will be putting out more content next week. Again, I am still on vacation. When I get to my normal setup, I want to get back into Queen of the Universe, Drag Race, and all of the above. So episode 6 will be on Saturday. Sunday, I can do Queen of the Universe, episode 1, maybe episode 2 on. I don't know. We'll make it work. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. France is starting soon. I think the promos came out as well for that, so I have that to talk about. Season 16 Queens. I think we have an official cast list rumor, so I might putting out that video soon. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Let me know about all of this down below in the comment section. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Are you excited for the Joan Crawford musical? Don't know much about her. It'll be fun. Yeah, I guess it'll be fun. Drag Race Mexico trailer is out. Yes, I did see that, and I will be reviewing. But that does bring me to the end of this live stream. Like I said, it was going to be a shorter one. I kind of just wanted to give my thoughts out there because, again, so many other reviewers have already done it. It's a little late, but hey, better late than never. Mostly want to talk about this Heidi situation. Got a good amount of conversation about that. And yeah, I will be back here later with more videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Bye.